Okay, can everyone get out of their seats and just kind of step behind the chair a little bit? Scoot out so you have a little room. I'm going to lead you in some jumping jacks. We're going to have 3 jumping jacks to get started this morning, all right? Let's go. All right. Best you can, all right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, everyone, go ahead and sit down. Thank you.
Get the blood pumping.
How do you feel?
Great.
What's your body telling you?
Do more.
For some of you, I hope you got a nice boost of energy and you're anxiously awaiting the rest of my speech. For others, you may need to go see my man Chad Austin and make fitness a priority. Our bodies speak to us in several different ways. Sometimes we listen, and sometimes we don't. As I've battled with heart disease over the past year, I've received hundreds of messages from my body. Sometimes I listen, and unfortunately, sometimes I don't. Today, I would like to share with you some of these messages in the hopes that you may put a priority on listening to your body. This journey for me started about 6 years ago. At this time, I decided I wanted to be in better shape and make fitness a priority. I almost became obsessed. I spent about an hour a day, 5 days a week, and if I wasn't in the gym that much time, I just felt like I was cheating myself. But as my family had grown from 2 to 3 to 4, and my priorities at work had changed, and I was taking on more and more responsibility, I didn't really let that be an excuse. I continued to go to the gym. I just changed the way I did it. I went more at lunch, more when my kids went to bed. So that was kind of going along. Last January of 2013, I was returning one day after lunch, a little workout. I was going back to my office. My office is on the 2nd floor of an office building, or third floor of an office building, I'm sorry. And every single day for the past 6 years, I had always taken the stairs, no matter what. And for some reason this day, my body just told me, I think you should just take the elevator. Ding, ding, ding. My body was trying to tell me something. At that time, I just kind of shrugged it off. And I said, oh, Matt, you're in good enough shape. It doesn't matter. What's a few couple stairs going to do for you? You work out enough. It's all right to take the elevator. The second story I would like to share with you should touch home for everyone in this room. It's the Toastmasters. I joined Toastmasters in April of 2003. And through the first couple of months, I completed my first couple of speeches. But I had noticed, I don't know if you guys would get this feeling as well, but before some of my speeches, I would just feel really, really anxious. My heart would just keep beating and beating and beating. It would almost feel like it was going to just jump out of my shirt onto the floor. Sometimes I just kind of felt a little short of breath. But as I completed these speeches, it was a little different for me. After I finished, there was no real sense of relief. I just continued at this really heightened phase. And I was starting to experience this every day, and my body just would not relax. I would explain it as if you kind of chugged 3 or 4 cups of coffee in a row, one after another, and then you wanted to follow it up with a nice 2-liter Mountain Dew. That's the feeling. It was that heightened feeling. Ding, ding, ding. Another message from my body. Something is not right. Once again, I didn't listen and I shrugged it off and justified it by saying, oh, your boss just left, you're working 50, 60 hours a week, you just had your 2nd child, you're not sleeping, you're drinking a bunch of caffeine, I'm sure this will just pass. But it never did. It didn't go away. I continued to experience that. Finally, the third story I'd like to share with you today takes place in Denver, Colorado. I was on a work trip with several coworkers, and we were working a lot of different hours, a lot of alcohol, a lot of extra food. But one of the last nights we were there, we were in a bar. And that night, I started to really feel, I had a lot of pain just in my sides, and I just felt like my chest was really tightening up. It was just really starting to squeeze together. So I told my coworkers, I better go back to the hotel. So as I walked out of the hotel, or I walked out of the bar, I could see that my hotel was only 2 blocks away from the bar where I was at. At that time, I could just tell my body there was no way I was going to be able to make it. And here I am. I made exercise. I was still continuing to exercise 5 days a week, and here I was feeling this bad. I couldn't make it 2 blocks away. So I yelled for a pedicab in downtown Denver, and as the guy's biking and pulling me around, I'm just almost embarrassed that I'm going 2 blocks. And finally, ding, 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 my body sent me another message. You need help. Something's not right. This is not normal. So that next week, when I traveled back to Kansas City, I started on a medical path. I went to see my general doctor. We had done several tests. In those tests, I moved along through different cardiologists, and I eventually ended at St. Luke's. We did a multitude of tests. We found out that my heart was enlarged about 3 times the normal size, and it still is today, and functioning at a rate of about 10%. So as I continue to battle that, my heart function has not improved. My heart is still as enlarged as it was at the time, but my symptoms have gone away, and hopefully we're on a path that this is going to be pretty positive. It was definitely a dark time for me to learn all of these things and to have your family growing, and it really, really scares the hell out of you, and you change a lot of your perspective on life. But I'm just really positive that I finally clued in to what my body was really trying to tell me before it could have been too late. It could have been a lot worse than the prognosis I have now. So that I'm positive in. Through my speech today, I hope that some of these messages I shared to you help to teach you how important it is to really listen to your body and to take the time to listen to it. But I don't want to leave here making you guys feel all doom and gloom. I hope that some of you, the messages you get from your body may be to just take a minute to focus or maybe relax. Or I hope every day you guys wake up and your body tells you you're full of energy and you want to get out and be energetic and do more in your communities. To conclude today, I just want to say that take the time. Everyone lives hectic, busy lives. It's consumed by data all over the place, Facebook, so many different things. But just take the time to just listen to what your body is telling you. Because if you're not going to listen to what your body's saying, and you're not going to listen, who else will?